Sit on okay like that. Yep. Dying already, that's a good sign. Welcome to Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility in Spears Point for a crucial clash for both sides here as the 14th placed Emerging Jets host the 6th placed Northern Tigers in round 18. New South Wales women's NPL action Chris McPherson bringing you all the action this evening on Football New South Wales YouTube. When these sides clashed in round 5, it was a comprehensive win, 5-0 for the Northern Tigers that sparked their season after a slow start. However, it's now a very different story in terms of form for the hosts. So they ended this match on a 3-match undefeated run, putting themselves on track for their best season since 2019. Can they continue that run today and potentially draw themselves off the bottom of the table? The Northern Tigers will definitely be plotting otherwise as they look to stay in touch with the finals race and keep alive their hopes of a top 2 finish. There's certainly plenty of A-League women's talent on both sides here this evening in Newcastle, as a number of familiar faces who've often teamed up in recent seasons line up on opposing sides. Let's now take a look at how the two sides line up, starting with the visitors, the Northern Tigers. Their starting 11 in goals: former emerging Jets keeper, number 96, Susanna Bean-Smith. Number 2 is Josie Wilson. Number 4, Isabella Keach. Number 6, Izzy Gomez. Number 8, Jade McTamney. Number 11 is their captain, Lily McMahon. Number 14, Beth Bernardi. 15 is Abby Middleton. 18, Nicola Dominikovic. 19 is Charlotte Mortlock. And 22 is Greta Krasula. Well, for the emerging Jets in goal, number 21, Lily Rose Dunbar, one of a host of Jets A-League women's players in this squad. Number 3 is Chloe Wallendow. Number 4, Milan Hammond. Number 6, Emma Dundas. Number 7, Sophie Hayworth. Number 8, Claire Adams. Number 9, Molly Salvador. Number 10, Isabel Threlfro. Number 11, Josie Allen. Number 12, Zoe Karapetis. And number 16 is Layla Sharp. We are moments away from getting underway here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility, and it will be Milan Hammond to start us with the emerging Jets going from right to left of your screen. Northern Tigers come out and get set. And we're underway here. Dundas plays it wide. Update on those jersey numbers. Josie Allen starting in 23. Not 11 is listed. Now the Tigers, they'll work it out of their defence with their first possession. Lofted through ball. Dunbar well out of her box. A fumble. Trouble early. The Tigers score. Less than 45 seconds on the clock. And Nicola Dominikovic gets the opener for the Northern Tigers, and it's a horror start for the emerging Jets. A high risk versus reward option. The keeper coming out of the box. A missed swipe, and Dominikovic manages to capitalise. She's the leading goal scorer for the Tigers this season, and that's her 12th in 2024. With less than a minute on the clock, the Tigers grab the early upper hand here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. Ryan Campbell will be disappointed with his side start there. One moment of error as they go on the attack here. The ball a little too heavy for Wallendow for Hammond. One moment of error sees them fall behind. Disappointing considering their recent run of form. 2 wins and a draw from their last 3 fixtures. First time in over 5 years they've gone back-to-back with victories. This time it goes out and the Tigers will have the throw. Referee sends the throw in back a little. Played across now, Middleton turns it back. Keach working with a centre-back partner. Middleton plays it in, broken up. Can't be controlled by Dundas. Wallendow broken up by McAtamney. Touched on in the introduction, plenty of A-League women's experience on both sides. Wallendow, Hammond, Dundas, Allen, Karapetis and Lily Rose Dunbar, the Jets keeper, all have implied their trade over the last 2 seasons with the Newcastle Jets in the A-League women's. Well, for the Northern Tigers, Josie Wilson was part of that Newcastle Jets women's side this year. Izzy Gomez has plied her trade at a number of clubs over the last 3 years, including the Mariners this year, where she was alongside Shay Evans, who's on the bench for the Tigers. Hannah McNulty came off the bench 3 times for Canberra United this season as well. As well as that, the Northern Tigers outfit. You see an attempted through ball from Allen. Dealt with easily. On the Tigers squad, they have Alex Hewen, who retired at the end of this season, not playing today, after returning to the club that she started her A-League women's career with, the Newcastle Jets. Lots of familiar faces. Saffron Grass as well will come on from the bench later on, you'd expect. A former emerging Jet. See Karapetis on a little run, plays it in for Dunbar, for Allen. Dundas plays it wide. Hayworth drops it back. Gomez coordinating in midfield for the Tigers. And she's again on the ball, playing it wide down the line for the Tigers. Either side cleanly stringing together passes, but that's a nice looking through ball for the goal scorer in Dominikovic. Muscled off the ball by Karapetis before it's cleared away by Threlfo. If you've just tuned in on Football New South Wales YouTube, you will have missed the opening goal here, scored in the first 40 seconds. A mistake at the back from Lily Rose Dunbar. And now has the ball in hands after another split second of nerves. Saw Nicola Dominikovic race through for her 12th goal of the season on an open goal. Turnover again, cleared away for the Jets as far as Milan Hammond up front. Claire Adams advancing down. Hammond makes a wide run. She goes the other side. Picks out Josie Allen. Dinks it wide for Salvador. She has to push wider again herself. Looking for an option, but it's turned over the way of Gomez. Gomez plays it wide. Kept in just. But again to no avail. Izzy Gomez, a great story of perseverance in terms of A-League careers. Started her time at the Western Sydney Wanderers in 2021. Played 5 games there, spent a few seasons over at Wellington, racking up 19 caps before becoming a consistent player this year with the Mariners in their first season back in the A-League Women's, 24 caps. Closing in on her 50th A-League Women's game, which undoubtedly she'll chalk up next season. As Chloe Wallando earns a throw for the emerging Jets. Wallando goes long. Looking for Hammond. Plays it into the legs of an opponent. Manages to get it back. Crosses it unthreateningly across the top of the 18-yard box, where it's picked up by the Tigers. Their captain McMahon making a nice run. 1-2 with Gomez. Gomez decides to back herself. Tigers appeal for a penalty. Should say a free kick outside the box. And all of a sudden the Jets on the counter-attack. Adams, a little bit of space to move. Puts a move on to cut back inside on Middleton. Through ball broken up nervously, and Krasula clears it wide. Certainly a frenetic opening 7 minutes here at Lake Macquarie. All the Tigers with an early goal. Now swung wide. Middleton. Makatamni cuts back inside. Dundas with a boot in, does enough to deflect it the way of Hayworth. She'll play it back through Threlfo. Karapetis, part of the back four, swings it wide, a little heavy. Hayworth's not going to be able to reel that in, and it's going to trickle its way into the Jets dugout for a Tigers throw. Taken by Josie Wilson. Bernardi turns it over. Adams on the run. Tries to thread the needle. Deflects away of Allen. Exchanges in midfield. Dundas plays it wide, looking for Allen, but it's picked off by the Tigers through McMahon. Rain holding away for the time being, but the wind is certainly picking up here in Lake Macquarie. Orlando gets a head in to disrupt the pass. Karapetis plays it back. Cleared away in the end by Dunbar. Dundas, Hammond has it taken away by Bernardi. Neither side quite the level of congruence that they'd want here in their play. Dean Smith, a former emerging Jet herself, plays it out. Middleton working through, lays it off now. Outside of the opening goal and that mistake from the Jets, we haven't really looked like threatening either keeper. 9.5 gone. Karapetis back. Dunbar. Rose Dunbar found herself in the thick of things earlier this season in the A-League Women's. A compatriot, the starting keeper for the Jets, was sent off controversially late in the game after a melee broke out, and Dunbar was thrown into the action, the youngster, late to help the Jets hang on to crucial points that saw them scrape into the finals. Adams gets the ball wide. Wallando with some space. She's going to take it on. Space in front of her. Pulls up. She's bumped off the ball. Manages to retain it though. Adams fights tooth and nail. Gets the ball back to Dundas. Threlfo. Well placed ball. Just a little bit of contact from Wilson on Salvador, and the referee says it was enough for a free kick the way the Jets. Allen moves on quickly. Sharp. Plays it wide. Hayworth back to Sharp. A little bit of contact. The referee lets that go. All of a sudden, a long range shot. Dunbar deflects. Dominikovic has a shot. Dunbar done just enough to retreat inside the 18-yard box. It was a heart and mouth moment for a second as we checked where she was on the field. Wallando with the ball out wide. Foot race now. Adams gets around Middleton. A little step over. Played in looking for Allen, but not quite directed correctly, and broken up by Bernardi. Plenty of exchange, neither side dominating. A little bit of a late clip there from Bernardi on Allen. And the referee adjudges another free kick in attacking territory the way of the emerging Jets. Wallando, Karapetis. Across for Threlfo. Plays wide for Hayworth, who's on the wide right of this back four. Good ball in looking for Dundas. She can't control it though. Manages to win it back. Hammond. Back to goal. Manages to get the turn away. Breaks away from the defenders. Up against her A-League women's teammate Josie Wilson here. Hammond gets attacking side. Plays it into the legs of Wilson. And we're going to have a corner. The first attacking set piece of the day for the home side, the emerging Jets. Just over 12 minutes gone. They trail 1-0. What can they conjure here? Well placed in. Deflects down. Parried into the goal. Keeper does well, as does the defence. Sees it off for the time being. Karapetis long range. Just away. A little too high and to the left of the goals in the end. Not a bad attempt from that range, but doesn't threaten the goals nor Dean Smith. Fake it from the goal kick. And wide to the left in the end. Hayworth does well, putting a body on the line. Gets it away for Allen. Allen bouncing about, turns it over. Now the counter-attack. Looking for Dominikovic. She gets it past Dunbar, but it's wide of the goals. Not a lot of power on it. Creating some half chances are the Northern Tigers. Dunbar wide to Wallando. Back to Karapetis. Turned over. Wallando wins it back though very quickly. Played centre field. Sharp. Salvador. Allen. Plays it through. Looking for Salvador again. A little heavy though. Now McMahon will work it out. Bernardi. Under pressure. Both sides fighting tooth and nail. Makatamni down the line. Looking for Middleton, but it's going to beat both Middleton and Zoe Karapetis and trickle away in the end for a goal kick. Crisp night here in Lake Macquarie, and the Tigers with the early advantage. Adams gets a nice lofted through ball. Nice and early out wide. Salvador lays off for Allen. Allen will look to put on the afterburners. Hammond tries to make a run down the right. Adams instead sends it wide now for Hammond. Hammond will look to get it into the box. Does well, deflected away. Danger not completely past. Wilson. Grazula. A little too heavy, but it falls nicely for the goal scorer in Dominikovic. Now Middleton with space on the right. Karapetis closes it down. Gets some body in. Middleton crosses in dangerously. Beats everyone in the end before it's picked off in line with the far post by the Jets to clear it away. And two number 8s, Adams and Makatamni, come together. Both sides struggling to get flow early. Allen beats one, threads it through, can't quite get it past the final line of defence. Makatamni again. Mortlock drops it back. Keach to Crisula. Back to Keach. Two sides both looking for some flow. As the lofted through ball is going to roll away just across the sideline shy of the corner flag. The earlier reserve grade fixture was a thrilling 3-3 draw played out between these two sides. Tigers led 2-1 at half time before the Jets scored the first two of the second half to lead deep into the game. An equaliser though in the final stages. Saw the point shared. Allen, beautiful little dink across to get away. Gomez hot on her heels, putting the pressure on, showing all of her experience. Now Hayworth. Looking for Hammond, not quite on target. It's going to race away now, wide. Adams thinks about leaving it to go out of play and decides to try and cross it in along the ground. Where it's picked off reasonably easily by the Tigers. And then go wide. Misdirected pass Dundas. Finds Adams. Adams all the way back to Threlfo. Hayworth's been busy on that right edge of defence. Threlfo now looking for options. Goes all the way to attack with Hammond. Hammond's pass deflected the way of Allen. Salvador. Sharp. Turns it back. Threlfo again. Under pressure. Clumsy challenge there. Referee sees better of bringing out a card. Dundas dropping it back. They come to the left edge of central defence and Karapetis turns on the acceleration. Wallando cuts in. Threads the ball. Looking for Salvador. It's going to be a touch too heavy and Bean Smith will come out to trap it. Picks it up and retreats. Dean Smith with the short kick out of the hands. Hayworth. Now, of course, watching round 18 women's NPL action on Football New South Wales YouTube. Emerging Jets trailing at home 1-0 after a goal in the first minute, courtesy of Nikola Dominikovic, as Ollie Rose Dunbar collects that. The Jets have spent plenty of time in their own half early here. The ball played for Hammond. Has a runner down the line. You think she'd be offside, and she will be. The assistant referee's flag will be up, although Dean Smith was up to the parried shot. "19 minutes gone. Both teams not quite executing with the cohesion they might hope early. Heavy pass will go across the sideline, and it will be a throw the way of the Emerging Jets. Wallando will take it much deeper than it went across the line. Back for Karapetis. Also 1-2. Adams for Wallando. Hammond and Salvador trying to make runs. Salvador can't quite get the lane she needs, and it's broken up, but she does steal it away. Hammond now has Adams with her. Will try to get attacking side, and instead earns a corner. Should be happy with that result, will Milan Hammond. Hammond, one of 3 from the Jet squad. Played in the Australian under-20s in the Asian qualifying for the under-20s World Cup this year, alongside Josie Allen and Chloe Wallando. As Karapetis retreats. Say 4, Karapetis, Allen, Milan Hammond and Chloe Wallando in that squad. Good representation from the Emerging Jets in northern New South Wales. Wallando gets a nice turn. Certainly be able to play with a point to prove this season, Chloe Wallando. Spent last season outside of the A-League women's squad after racking up 5 appearances in a debut season of 2022-23 for the Newcastle Jets in the A-League. Josie Allen up against Josie Wilson and teammates. A-League women's level. Dangerous ball into the box. Claire Adams over the crossbar. She'd love to have that over again. Just couldn't quite keep it down, Claire Adams. Had she done that, it would have been 1-1. Promising attack from the Emerging Jets. A sigh of relief for Bean Smith in goals for the Tigers. Crossed back across goal. Looking to play it out. They go to Bean Smith. She drives it towards the sideline. Well controlled to keep it in from the Tigers, but it's turned over now. Allen. Little turn. Can't get it away. Gomez beats one. Can't beat the second. Gets it back though for a split second. Exchange of passing in the midfield. Gomez gets another boot in. Dundas takes it away. Adams looking for an option. Drops it all the way back to Threlfo in defence. She lofts it looking for Wallando. But Jade Makatamni takes it away for the time being. Middleton threads it well through 3 defenders for Karapetis. A little hand on the back of our earlier goal scorer, Nikola Dominikovic. Gives away a free kick. Kazula sends it downfield. Threlfo again on the ball. Adams picked off. Gomez calls for it in midfield. Bernardi back across. Drops it back now. Keach sends it deep and a little too wide, and we'll have a throw in the way of the home side, the Emerging Jets. Dundas pressing. Gomez takes it away. Dundas intercepts the pass. Hammond loses sight of the ball. Gomez versus Dundas. Dundas reversing, retreating, gets a foot in. And the referee's going to say, be an Emerging Jets free kick. Dominikovic tries to argue the point. Unsurprisingly, doesn't win the argument. Karapetis wide now, Wallando. Plays it infield, Hammond. Karapetis. Should look for Wallando again. Wallando thinks about going down wide. Tries to play it in the box. Hammond not ready for the run. Cagey moments in the midst of the first half here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. Round 8 women's NPL action, and 18 women's NPL action, I should say. Here from Lake Macquarie as the Jets intercepted. Allen dances over one before it's cleared away. All the way down to Dunbar. Heart and mouth moment. Shades of that first goal. Threlfo turns it over for Bernardi. Gomez in midfield, under pressure. Salvador pushing hard. Crazula all the way back to Bean Smith. Back to Crazula. They turn it between the two of them. Hammond getting in, trying to put pressure on Bean Smith. She clears it away wide, and it goes across the sideline. Allen looking to take the quick throw. Sharp advancing down wide. Crazula on the ball. Sharp takes it away. Wilson deflects it over the sideline. The Jets keep pressing here, looking for an equaliser in the first half. Adams. A little bit of confusion there. The assistant referee communicating with the referee, and they'll judge it a corner in the end. The quick corner from the Jets. Josie Allen crosses it in dangerously, looking for Wallander at the back post, doesn't quite make it to her. Cleared away in the end by Crazula. Karapetis lofts it into the box. Allen racing forward, Bean Smith and Allen. Bean Smith holds the ground and takes it away. More attacking intent over the last few minutes from the Emerging Jets. Gomez back for Keach. Keach wide, Middleton, heavy touch, broken up by Adams. Wallando threads a needle, finds Dundas. She pivots and drops it back for Threlfo. Hayworth works it free down the right flank. Finds it in for Hammond. All tap pass for Hayworth. Can't control it. Now Gomez sends it back into defence. Not a clean pass. A rushed clearance by Crazula. That's fine. McAtamney sends it down. Karapetis breaks it up. Wallando. Threlfo thinks about laying it off for Dundas, but Dundas is immediately closed off by two defenders. Now they go wide Sharp. Hayworth, Allen. Pressure on her from behind, but she continues on. Finds Hammond half open on the edge of the 18-yard box, but she can't control it. Salvador now. Little touch to the outside of Wilson. Puts it inside. Hammond with a touch, but it pushes it wide to the right upright. Emerging Jets starting to create some more opportunities. Chasing that equaliser. An opening goal scored in the first minute here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility in round 18. Mistake at the back from the Jets saw Nikola Dominikovic open the scoring. Jets pushing now for an equaliser. They are 3 games undefeated. In the best run for them in the best part of 5 years. Wallando. Wide, Hayworth. All the way back to Lily Rose Dunbar. Patient build up for the Jets. Comes undone with a misdirected, lofted through ball. No runners on. Greta Craziola picks it off, brings it back for Izzy Gomez. She turns it over though. Hammond. Allen on a run. She'll look across it in the back post. Adams is open if she can get there. Josie Wilson racing back, clears it up and sees it away for a corner. Might not have been textbook. Well, certainly a reasonable result for the time being. Adams will set for the corner. 4 players clustered around for the Jets around the keeper. Low and flat to the front post, looking for Sharp. Falls dangerously. Salvador can't control it. Adams on it again. Lofted in, a little too high for Hammond. I'll move away unthreateningly. Down the line now on the counter. Threlfo picks this off. Pass it to a centre-back partner in Karapetis. Certainly been an up-tempo, almost 30 minutes of football so far. Just the one shot on target between the two sides. Dunbar. Threlfo. Down Adams. Broken up. Craziola does well. But it will be a throw in the way of the emerging Jets. Chloe Wallando will take it. And drop it back for Threlfo. Dundas now, Karapetis. Hayworth. Salvador, Adams, Dundas, chance to shoot, takes it to the outside, second touch, pushes it wide. Not the worst shot from there, but she'd be hopeful of doing more from that opportunity. Just outside the 18-yard box. Emma Dundas. Rain just starting to drift in here. Very light at the moment. There's Wallando, a little clip. And Bernardi. Bernardi made sure the referee knew about it. Keach with the free kick. Wanting to penetrate the 18-yard box. Mortlock now. Threads it in. Karapetis gets it a little away from danger. Not completely clear though. Now they go wide. Makatamni. Bernardi. Looks to go back down the line. Bernardi loses track of a teammate. And it's seen away by Adams. Adams for Allen. Under pressure from Gomez. Pushes it wide now. Hayworth with space. Time and space down the right flank. Looks infield for Hammond. A well-placed ball. Through ball, a little too heavy for Salvador. Just a metre less on that, and Bean Smith might have been in some danger. Outside of the opening mistake, you certainly feel this clash has been very even. This ball just races away. Dunbar will be watchful and see it across the byline and bring it back for a goal kick. Scrappy from the Jets near their own goal mouth. Nervy moments. They get it down to Salvador, looking for Josie Allen. Turned over to McMahon. Turned back over in midfield. We've seen plenty of exchanges of ball in midfield between the two sides today. Adams now advancing downfield. Looks to find Hammer, but it's broken up by Craziola. She's been solid in defence so far, Craziola. Drop back now. Keach. Middleton. Cruciola advancing from her centre-back position. Threads it through nicely. Bernardi chips it, looking for Dominikovic, but she was flat-footed. Dunbar takes it uncontested. Karapetis now. 1-2. Dundas. Threaded. Not intentionally, but it ends up at the feet of Hammond. Hammond pushes it wide. Just out of reach of Sophie Hayworth. Hayworth, one of 5 emerging Jets players alongside Claire Adams and Izzy Threlfo, as well as Kiva Bray and Ruby Jones, who are part of the New South Wales Combined Catholic Colleges side that took out the New South Wales All Schools title. We see a foul there. We might see a card, will we? No, the referee just racing to the spot for the time being. Make sure he's on top of any flare-ups. As I was saying, Jones, Bray, Adams, Threlfo and Hayworth, all part of the New South Wales CCC squad, Combined Catholic Colleges that is, that won the New South Wales All Schools titles over combined high schools and combined independent schools. Adams, Bray and Jones were all selected in the New South Wales All Schools side. Compete at the Australian All Schools titles later this year. In the meantime, it is Adams over this ball, just outside the fringe of the 18-yard box. She drives it in, low and flat. Allen will take a follow-up shot, just wide of the right upright again. Jets not quite able to get a shot on target. One excellent opportunity fell to Claire Adams. And a few other half chances. They just haven't really put Bean Smith under pressure yet. As we head into the final 10 minutes of the first half here at Lake Macquarie. Ball wide now. Can't be quite reeled in by McAtamney. Wallando will take a throw just at halfway. Looking for options. Headed on by Adams. Keach from Cruciola. Driven ball, deflected. Dundas. Threlfo mistimes that clearance. It's another boot in, but this time the boot collects her opponent in Bernardi, and it'll be a free kick the way of the Tigers. Wide opportunity now, the Tigers. They look to cross it into the box dangerously. Dunbar does well. Retreating, manages to get 2 hands on that and hang on to it. Now down the line. Salvador back. Hayworth. Dundas. Tries to play it down the line for Allen, but plays it into Salvador. Cazula across for Keach. Jets attackers continuing to press and put the pressure on here. Trying to force a turnover. Bernardi. Middleton looking for it. Wallando picks it off. Adams does well to keep it in. Chips it looking for Dundas. Lays it back for Threlfo. Threlfo, long lofted pass, couldn't quite be reeled in by Salvador, and Cazula takes it away. All the way down to Dunbar. Quickly moves it on to Karapetis. Wallando. Karapetis all the way back to Dunbar. Jets stringing passes together at the defensive end of the pitch. Salvador now. Gomez gets a boot in. Salvador pushing forward. Gomez attempts a back heel. Salvador throwing a body into the clash. The Tigers continue to work forward through McMahon before she's pickpocketed by Dundas. Sharp. Allen fighting hard. Kashula under pressure from Hammond, sees it across to Keach. We come to a standstill. Kashula. Now Keach. Down the line. Makatamni, Middleton, nice little 1-2. Gets past Wallando. Karapetis trying to close the space. Middleton turns on the afterburners. Plays it in to the 18-yard box before it's cleared away for a corner. The first corner of the match for the Northern Tigers. They lead 1-0. 6 minutes of regulation time remaining in the first half. Outside of that opening goal, not a lot separating the two sides. You could even mount the argument the Jets have had the better of the chances. Jade Makatamni stands over the set piece, both arms aloft. Hits it with backspin and headed in. A beautifully done set piece. And it is the Newcastle Jets A-League women's star, Josie Wilson, who gets her second goal of the campaign in Northern Tigers colours. And the Tigers fittingly lead 2-0 here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. Perfectly executed set piece. Wilson at the front post gets up and heads it home. The emerging Jets now with a huge amount of work to do to maintain the current 3-game undefeated streak. And the Tigers will know they can't yet rest on their laurels with just a 2-goal margin. The Jets would love nothing more than to claim a goal in the shadows of half-time here as a foul on Josie Allen. Quickly moved on, the Jets wasting no time. Karapetis plays it in. Dundas. Hayworth. They play it across. Karapetis, Wallando. Quite where Zoe Karapetis would have wanted that pass for Wallando. Adams turns the defender inside out, gets Wallando free. Crossed into the box, not quite cleared cleanly. Gomez does enough to see it away to Bernardi. Dominicovic turns it over. Wallando retreating, picks it up and sends it back to Threlfo. Dundas. Thinks about going to Allen. Slices it wide for Hayworth. Down the line for Salvador, under pressure from the goal scorer in Wilson. Cross into the box. Adams can't quite control it. That could have been the chance the Jets were looking for. Wallando for Adams. Plays it back for Wallando. Tries to play it in. It'll spin away. Makatamni can't quite get a hold of it. And it'll be a corner the way of the Jets. Three minutes remaining of regulation time. Can the Jets snatch one back before the break? Adams plays it off for Allen. Back to Adams. Drives it in. Bean Smith a fumble. Has it gone in? It has. It's a goal back the way of the emerging Jets. And it'll be credited to Emma Dundas. It wasn't pretty, but it counts the same on the scoreboard. And the Jets right back in this one in the shadows of half-time. They trail 2-1. Bean Smith couldn't quite control that. And Dundas managed to squirt it in just off the inside of the right upright. All of a sudden, this game is back alive in the shadows of half-time. Allen squirts someone away off the outside of the boot. Wilson plays it down. Dominikovic keeps it just inside the touchline. Crosses it in dangerously. Dunbar keeps it in the field of play. Dominikovic ends up in the back netting. Jets aren't done yet. They're going to look for a second, are they? Wallando is going to watch this one across the sideline and take the throw. Into the final 100 seconds or so of regulation time, and then we'll be at the discretion of today's match referee. Dundas, the goal scorer. Turns it over in a dangerous position. Mortlock back. McIntamney. Tries to thread it through Karapetis. Dead bats it across the sideline. Certainly been a little bit of everything in this so far here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility, round 18. New South Wales NPL women's action as Wallando doesn't have to get a boot in there. Adams. Salvador, little dink inside. Josie Allen racing away. Clip from behind. Was she by Gomez? No. The referee says play on. Wilson now. Bernardi. Kazula. Plays it wide. Deflected and taken away. Again turned over in midfield. Neither coach, Garrity nor Campbell, would be enthralled with their midfield efforts so far today. A lot of turnover. Karapetis racing away down the left flank, cuts back inside. Allen calling for the ball. She plays it wide to Hayworth. Hayworth looking for Salvador. Wilson tries to outmuscle Salvador. She turns inside smartly. Hammond in the box. Parried away by Bean Smith. Danger not completely past Hayworth. And then headed away and seen across the sideline. Can't be long left now. We are into stoppage time here in Lake Macquarie in the first half. It's 2-1. The Northern Tigers leading the emerging Jets. Goes out again. Another throw in the way of the Jets. But they conjure something very late here and go to the break level. The long throw looking for Adams. It beats her. Krajula clears it away. Another throw. The referee takes a look at his watch. Throw short. Hammond. In traffic. Seen away this time by Mortlock, and another throw. They go long. Krajula breaks it up. Allen looking for a corner, but the referee says that will be half time. And what an enthralling half of football it's been here at Lake Macquarie. 2-1, the visitors lead at the break. They scored inside the opening 40 seconds through some eyes-up football from Nikola Dominikovic, her 12th goal of the season. And then we had a bit of an arm wrestle before Josie Wilson scored in the last few minutes from a corner. But then a response from Emma Dundas from the corner at the opposite end not long after takes us to half-time at 2-1. We'll take a short break here from Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility, and we'll rejoin you in about 10 minutes with the second half, round 8 in action on Football New South Wales YouTube. Welcome back to Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility for the second half of Round 18, a women's NPL New South Wales action here on Football New South Wales YouTube. Chris McPherson bringing you all the action of this second half. And at the break, it is the visitors, the Northern Tigers, leading 2-1. A goal in the first minute, the way of Nikola Dominikovic. That got us started surprisingly quickly, whilst it was then Josie Wilson, Newcastle Jets A-League women's player, playing for the Northern Tigers. They got their second. They led 2-0 before, in the shadows of half-time, a scrappy goal the way of Emma Dundas got the margin back to 1. Some changes at half-time, it appears, for the visitors, the Northern Tigers. Shay Evans on for them. Just trying to get confirmation of the second change as well. As we get underway, Jets straight away on the attack through Allen. Evans gets her first touch there as she breaks that away. And they go wide down the line. Will trickle away. Not quite for a throw. Hayworth up against McMahon. Plays it back to Threlfo. Dangerously broken up there, Crisula. Gomez. So it was just the one change. Evans coming on. Identify who's come off for the Tigers. In the meantime, they go on the attack through Gomez. She chips it forward looking for Evans. Be a little too wide. But a final late touch from Karapetis saw it across the line. Karapetis now. Salvador, pulled away by Bernardi. Evans calls for a falls for Gomez. Through ball, Dunbar racing out. Almost a mix-up with Karapetis, but she clears it away. Wilson. Salvador. And chased by Wilson. Allen tries to squeeze through. The referee says that she was taken out, though. And we're going to see a yellow card, the first of the game. Being issued to the captain, I think, Lily McMahon. It appears that the change was McAtamney coming off. Evans on for the Tigers at the half-time break. Claire Adams now will take the set piece. 22 yards out, in line with the side of the 18-yard box. She lofts it in. Bean Smith deflects it down and then regathers. Rolls it out. Keach back to Crisula. Back to Bean Smith. Bernardi back to Bean Smith. Pushes it wide. And it's fired across the sideline by Keach in the end. Wallando. Evans. Allen now takes a shot. Bean Smith gets to it, parries it down and dives on it in the end. Threatening again from the Jets. Not a lot to show yet for their efforts, just the one goal. Bean Smith. Gomez was the intended target. Sent into the box looking for Allen. There she is. Two defenders on her. Sharp tries to stop it from clearing the box, but all of a sudden they're on the fast break looking for Evans. Evans spending her time this season at the Central Coast Mariners. Great story, having come through the John Moriarty Indigenous Foundation from Burralula in the Northern Territory. Certainly been impressive late in the season for the Mariners. Will be a name to watch, Evans. Played the Mariners alongside Northern Tigers teammate Gomez. Plays it wide now, Middleton. Middleton v Wallando. Push back into the box. Mortlock, it's cleared away. Hammond with a turn on Crisula. Gomez tries to take it away. Three defenders pivoted through. Beautiful work, Milan Hammond. Now she's one-on-one at the back with Wilson. Takes a long-range shot. Bean Smith up to it though. Parries it down and then captures it. More shots on target now coming from the Jets to open this half. Hammond gets a boot in, plays it back. Adams, she'll take a long-range shot. Outstretched Bean Smith. Gets a touch on it, says the referee. And we'll go for a corner. The Jets have a real spring in their step. A number of opportunities in the opening 6 minutes of this second half. Adams sends the corner in. Hammond gets up high, but not near the delivery of the ball in the end. Allen gets the nutmeg but can't regather. It's going to trickle away unthreateningly for the time being. Karapetis down the line. Adams keeps it in before it's pushed out by McMahon. The emerging Jets with the ascendancy, but they trail on the scoreboard. Still plenty of time to come here. Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility, round 18, women's NPL action on Football New South Wales YouTube. Chris McPherson bringing it all to you from the heart of the Hunter. Hammond under pressure, can't quite retain it. Asked for a free kick saying she was held, but neither of the officials in proximity having any part of that. McMahon, Allen. The referee says it crossed the line. Assistant referee concurs with him. Wilson will take the throw. Goes long. Strelfo. Under pressure, sends it back. Karapetis. Dundas. Creates some space. Threads the ball. Gomez intercepts. Salvador retreating. That's a cynical and clumsy foul, and the referee will go to his pocket. Molly Salvador accrues another yellow card. Just the second of the match so far. And the first of Salvador's season. Sent dangerously into the box. I think they were looking for Evans. Couldn't quite find her. And it races away now. Adams, one-on-one with Keach. Cuts back inside her. Looking for Hammond, but misdirected a little too heavy. And Bean Smith traps it with the boot and then picks it up. Quickly sends it back out. Keach. Middleton. Mortlock looking for the pace of Evans. Karapetis is back there. Sends it across the line. And it will be a throw for the Tigers. Evans does well, takes it away. She's free down the line. Crossed it optimistically along the ground into the box. It's picked off by the Jets. Josie Allen. Good turn for Adams. Adams will look to set Salvador free, but Salvador cuts back infield. Manages to get to the outside now. Molly Salvador, but the flag goes up. It must have been a tight one. Assistant referee right in position, however. And his flag goes up. And it will amount to nil, and the Tigers will breathe a sigh of relief. Bean Smith sets it up. Krasula takes the goal kick. Back to Bean Smith. Hammond pushing across to close that down, but they find Evans. She does well, gets the ball out looking for Dominikovic. She'd love to tally up her 13th goal and re-establish that 2-goal lead. Wilson. Mortlock looking to free up Evans. Karapetis almost closes it down, but Evans drops it back for the captain in McMahon. McMahon sends it into Hayworth. Players tangling. Tigers appealing for a penalty, but the referee shakes his head. And the emerging Jets will see it away for a throw as the rain starts to come in from the south here at Lake Macquarie. Only a mist at the moment. Just drifting in. Will be enough to make the conditions slippery, though, very quickly. Dominikovic almost came away with that. Gomez miscues it. Hammond chasing, putting the pressure on Krasula. Does well to see it away to Keach. Keach wide for Middleton. Tries to find Mortlock, but Wallando gets a boot in and pushes it across the line. Long throw, looking for Evans. Wallando again, this time from the head across the line, another throw. Twelve and a half minutes gone here in the second half at Lake Macquarie. Tigers still leading 2-1 over the emerging Jets. That lead crucially established in the first minute of play here today, stunningly. Spectators have barely had a moment to take a breath and a seat when Nikola Dominikovic had put it in the back of the net after a mistake at the back from Lily Rose Dunbar. Josie Wilson doubled the lead late in the first half. Before in the shadows of half-time, Emma Dundas got one back for the emerging Jets. And she is now Dundas. Misdirected pass for Middleton. Middleton racing away, looks to cross it in, pushes it across the face. And it will just beat the attacker across the line. And it'll be a throw in deep in defensive territory for the emerging Jets. They'll look to go long, looking for Adams. Bernardi breaks it up. Dominikovic. Dundas takes it away from her. Cleared in the end by Threlfo, and now Krasula under pressure. She plays it back to Bean Smith. Hammond will chase down. Across to Keach. Keach goes long. Mortlock now. One-on-one with Karapetis. Tips it over before Karapetis drags it to ground, and we'll see another yellow card. We didn't see one in the first half, and now we're seeing a flurry of them. Wind and rain intensify here at Spears Point. Adding another element of the mixture this enthralling clash. Bernardi, Mortlock now, Gomez back to Mortlock. Friendly fire, takes down a Jet. Dominikovic has a shot, Dunbar parries it, and it'll race away for a corner. So Claire Adams that took the friendly fire. Attempted clearance, collected her right in the head. Good news is she's back to her feet and seems not too heavily impacted. But now it will be the Tigers with a corner. They showed their danger from the set piece in the first half. It was Wilson the target. This time it'll be Mortlock taking it from the southeastern corner of Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. Wilson and Evans, two targets looming large in the box. They go deep towards the back post, dangerously parried and pushed into the back of the net. Another goal the way of the Northern Tigers from a set piece. And a double for Josie Wilson. The Northern Tigers lead 3-1 after 15 minutes of the second half here. Another set piece, another Josie Wilson goal. Her third of the season and her second tonight. Certainly going to put a small halt to some of the impetus of the Jets early in this second stanza of football. Certainly plenty of time, however, here. Threlfo. Salvador under pressure from Wilson. Allen gets away from Bernardi. Threads it through, looking for Hayworth. Krasula will see it across the byline and it'll be a goal kick. I feel the opportunities have certainly been at least equal for the emerging Jets. They just haven't quite been able to convert some of them. Many may say they don't deserve to trail by 2, but the scoreboard would say otherwise. Bean Smith parries it off for Keach. Back across for Bean Smith. Miscued clearance. Dundas. Allen. Wilson does well. All of a sudden, the quick counter-attack breaks. Gomez looking for a Mariners teammate in Evans. Sets it up, threads it wide. Evans. Must have been tight. She's not happy with the assistant referee's call. But again, right in position. Now, Karapetis. Connects with a centre-back partner in Threlfo. Sits it off at Dundas. Tigers force them to go around them. Deflected by McMahon. Pushed across the line by Wilson. And it'll be a throw in the way of the emerging Jets. Hayworth will take it. Josie Allen under the attention of 3 defenders. Free kick this time goes the way of the visitors. Wilson will take it back. Krasula. Lofted long. Looking for Dominikovic. Karapetis takes it away though. Wallando. Karapetis inside now. Dundas. Dundas sweeps it back. Threlfo. Allen. One-on-one with Bernardi. Gets it away for Adams. Gomez chasing. Gomez gets it away. Adams turns it on now. Ball looking for Evans. Evans was focused infield though. She would have been away if she had paid attention. Sharp. Karapetis. Wallando. Threlfo lofts it, looking for Allen. Allen heads it on, not to anyone in particular. Josie Wilson ends up getting a boot to it. Hayworth back. Threlfo. Very animated Ryan Campbell up on his feet at the Jets bench. Bittersweet seeing the goal so far for him. Josie Wilson, an emerging talent in the Jets A-League women's side that Campbell coached in the back half of the season after the departure of Gary Van Egmond and Wilson. A key part of that. Defensively, so to see her scoring from a Newcastle Jets A-League women's point of view would probably be a positive, but he wouldn't want to be seeing it against his emerging Jets side this evening. Dundas. Squirts out for Adams. Sharp. Threlfo pushing up. Cuts back. Sharp again. Karapetis with some space. She takes on the invitation. Pushes it out wide for Wallando. Just a stride in front of Chloe Wallando, and it goes away for a throw-in. Into the final 25 minutes here at Lake Macquarie, round 18. NPL women's action. The Jets came in today presented with an opportunity to potentially claw their way off the bottom of the ladder. It appears at this stage that that is an unlikely outcome. They needed to claim 3 points, as well as have Blacktown go down against Manly, as we see Shay Evans lays it off selflessly for Mortlock. She'll take a long-range shot, but it goes into the back of Karapetis. Karapetis now with the ball. Played wide for Threlfo. Salvador. Off for Hayworth. An earlier result, Manly United did win 3-0 against Blacktown, so if the Jets could find 3 goals, although dangerously at the moment, Middleton pushes it. A chance at an open goal, but pushes it wide. Nervous moments there. The Jets would need to find 3 goals to claw themselves off the bottom of the ladder. It seems unlikely at the moment. There is still just over 23 minutes to play, however. Allen. Adams. Sharp. Dundas under pressure from Mortlock. Plays it back to Dunbar. Threlfo drives it up for Hammond. She plays it through. Too heavy, and Bean Smith will have time. Salvador pressing, as is Hammond. Dunbar out of her box. Does well to play it into the legs of her opponent and earn the throw in for her side. Wallando will take the throw. Finds Hammond. Can't control it. Sewell. Bernardi. Threads the needle. Evans one-on-one with the keeper. Dunbar out and snags it before Evans can pounce. The next goal, if there is one, will be super crucial in this fixture. If it goes the way of the Tigers, you feel it would seal 3 points. If the emerging Jets could claim it, and it'd liven this up. Evans trying to take on Threlfo. Threlfo turns away, lays it off for Dundas. Plays it out now, Karapetis advancing down. Hammond. A little bit of confusion there. Gomez steals it away. Dominikovic calls for it, but Gomez looks for Evans, pushes it too wide. Evans steals it away from Hayworth. McMahon, the captain, advancing into the 18-yard box, tries to thread it in, but pushed just wide. Dominikovic. The Northern Tigers appeal for a corner, but the referee judges it a goal kick, and the Jets move things on very quickly. And he's now going to pull out a yellow card. Dominikovic continuing to argue with him. Referee will send it back now for the free kick. That's Dominakovic's third yellow card of the season, and treading on thin ice in the coming weeks. Rain just continuing to mist in here at Spears Point. Not heavy enough to overly impact play. Will make the surface and the ball touch slippery as Bernardi tries to open things up for Evans by drawing in a defender. Evans takes it wide and props before laying it back for McMahon. Allen puts pressure on. McMahon drops it back. Krajula for Wilson. A brace already to her name. She'd love to turn it into a hat trick. Wilson under pressure from Salvador. Drops it back. Krajula. All the way back to Bean Smith now. The Jets press up. Now Krajula. Bernardi. Salvador working overtime at the moment. Broken up. Well done by Dundas. Allen. Bernardi takes it away. Now McMahon. McMahon turns. Gets some space on the outside. Burns Threlfo. Gets a deflection off the boot of Karapetis, and Dunbar comes out to take it. Tick past the 20 minutes remaining mark. 70 gone. It is the Northern Tigers 3, the Emerging Jets 1. And double to Josie Wilson so far. Nikola Dominakovic, a goal in the first minute. On for the Emerging Jets. Is the player on the ball, and Emma Dundas, who registered the first for them. Hayworth. Evans gets a boot in. Takes it away. Bernardi. Wilson. Back to Bernardi. Sharp pushing. Krajula. Looks like the Emerging Jets are ready to go to their benches. McMahon breaks free down the left flank. Looking for a runner in the box. Dominikovic's there. The Jets do well to break it up. And now it's pushed wide and across the line. And it looks like we'll have a change here for the Emerging Jets. Sharp will make way. Well, Bernardi will come off for the Tigers, their second change. Let's confirm the players coming on. As soon as we can get some numbers. We don't have the benefit of a fourth officials board at this level. Looks like it'll be Ruby Jones that's come on for the Emerging Jets, replacing Layla Sharp. And she's on the ball now. Well, it is former Emerging Jet Saffron Grass. This is former Emerging Jet Saffron Grass. It's come on for Beth Bernardi. As Josie Allen goes on an attacking run, frees up Wallando. She'll take a shot, will she? Dangerously into the box. Wilson clears it away. There's half a chance for the Jets there for a moment. Now Gomez will go on her counter-attacking run. She frees Evans. A well-placed through ball. Evans one-on-one with the keeper. Manages the nutmeg. Lily Rose Dunbar and Shay Evans, the superstar from Borroloola, makes it 4-1 for the Northern Tigers. And you feel that that might just be the icing on the cake, and it might be a little too far back for the Emerging Jets now. Evans gets the Tigers fourth and becomes the third scorer today for the Tigers. They lead 4-1, just under 16 minutes of regulation time remaining. Now the Jets with work to do. Misdirected pass. McMahon picks it away. Under pressure, Salvador chasing hard. Deflected across the line by Threlfo, and it'll be a throw in for the Tigers. Josie Wilson to take the throw. We tick into the final 15 minutes here at Lake Macquarie. Northern Tigers certainly with the upper hand. Emerging Jets, plenty of positives to take. But the one thing they haven't done today is take their opportunities. Driven wide in the end. Gomez overcooks that one, and she knows it. As Hayworth comes down to take the throw for the emerging Jets. Salvador turns it back inside. Broken up. Gomez gets a boot in. Salvador pressing hard. It's going to be a free kick deep in attacking territory, going the way of the emerging Jets. Can they grab a goal here and keep the faint hope of at least a draw alive? Claire Adams to take the free kick just inside the byline. About 5 metres in from the sideline. Drops it back for Allen. She crosses it in. A half-hearted appeal of handball from a couple of Jets players, but it didn't look anything like that. Karapetis threads it through. Threlfo. Dundas, the goal scorer. Back to Threlfo. Nicks inside, taken away Grass. Back to Threlfo. Dropping it back to Karapetis. Dundas, a turn, beats one, can't beat Gomez, but gets back for the ball. Threlfo, Dundas. Dundas and Gomez battle. Dundas comes out on top. Allen turns away from Evans, but Evans with a ranging boot inside, breaks it up. Mortlock looking to create something here. 3 defenders putting up pressure on her, and Threlfo gets a boot in the end. Firmly in control, the Northern Tigers, keeping their finals aspirations and their top 2 chances alive as they lead here. Looking for a 3rd win in succession after a couple of losses appearingly disrupted their campaign in early June. Dundas threads it through nicely. Adams gets to the outside, takes a shot. Bean Smith couldn't take it cleanly, but does enough to stop the shot. And that's been the sum of the opportunities for the Jets predominantly today. Long range chances testing Bean Smith. Goes long. Evans. And it's just to hang on to it. Plays it down now. Mortlock. A missed touch. Gets back for it. Brazula threading it. Dundas intercepts. Tries to get the outside of Gomez. Lays it off for Josie Allen. Gomez with a little nudge. The referee plays advantage. Allen looking for options. Not many runners creating for her. Just lays it off. And again, this time for Dundas. Back through the midfield. Long range shot. Bounces up. Skidding off the turf for Bean Smith, but she takes it at the top of her chest. Karapetis can't control that, and it pushes across the line for a throw. Time running out for the home side here. Takes something reasonably miraculous for them to get back into this contest as Evans with a turn. Burns to the outside of Karapetis. Looks to cross it in. A little deflection, and Dunbar races out to take that. Quickly gets them on the counter-attack. Dundas cuts away from Evans, lays it out for Wallando. Hammond looking to go down the line. Fired across the sideline by Keach for the clearance. I see some more changes now for the Tigers. The leading scorer, Nikola Dominikovic, will make way. As will Charlotte Mortlock. Changes coming on. Makunja. That's Amira Makunja in 13. And Jessie Farapure in jersey 5. Now the Jets through Threlfo. We're down to the final 10 minutes here. 3 goals required rapidly for the Jets to steal a point. Allen turning Gomez inside out, and we're going to see another card now. The cards have been coming thick and fast in the second half after a first half where we saw none. That's Izzy Gomez's second yellow of the season, and we're going to see the trainer come out for Josie Allen. Another player warming up on the bench for the emerging Jets. Looks like it might be Marnie Duggan. Wait to see what the change is. Allen will go off for treatment. A little hobble to her, but it's going to take quite a bit. No, the referee says she can stay on due to the foul play. We will continue on. Cara Peters will take the free kick. Down to 9 minutes of regulation time. The Jets know they need to find something fast. Shay Evans outmuscles her opponent before losing possession. Can't be controlled though. The Tigers with a throw. Right on halfway. Farapure takes the throw. Can't control it. Throw in from Hayworth for Hammond. Gomez breaks it up. Back to Hayworth, dropping it all the way back to Threlfo. She'll use Cara Peters, her centre-back partner. They continue to combine Threlfo and Cara Peters. Allen looks to be back to running, which is good to see for Jets fans. Dundas sitting back between the centre-backs, gets it laid off to her. Sole emerging Jet on the score sheet so far. Hammond thinks about an optimistic through ball, decides better of it, and sits it back again for Dundas. Swings it across to Cara Peters. Dundas again, working with the centre-backs, Threlfo. Decides to take a run. Kunja, the pressure turns it over. McMahon almost has her pocket picked by Knipe. Just a correction, it is Laura Knipe in jersey 14. Not Ruby Jones. The jersey number's not updated on the team sheets. Sent wide. Wilson. 2 goals already to her name. She'd love to make it a hat-trick against the emerging Jets. In the meantime, we're going to see a change for the emerging Jets. It might be Claire Adams coming off, it appears. It certainly is a well-deserved rest. She's been very busy today, Claire Adams, for the emerging Jets. Much of it, unfortunately for her, to no avail. Is replaced by Marnie Duggan. Threlfo. Knight does well. Turn Makunja inside out. Threlfo. Allen. Drops it back again. Threlfo. Knight back in a holding defensive role. Pushes it forward now. Cara Peters. She'll go on a run. Looking to free up Wallando. Wallando racing away. Well dealt with by Keach, who sees it across the sideline for a throw. Into the final 6 minutes. You certainly feel chances of a victory have escaped the Jets. Chances of a draw look to have done so equally now. It's just about whether or not they can add some more respectability to this scoreline late here at Lake Macquarie in round 18. Unfortunately for the Jets, they will remain anchored to the bottom of the ladder for the time being at the close of the round, but still within striking distance of the Spartans after what's been a positive last month. Keach goes long, Wallando out to take it away. Can't control it. Gomez throws it out in front of Makunja. Parried away. Nervous moments for the Jets, but no real urgency from the Tigers. And the momentary open goal amounts to nil, and it'll be an emerging Jets throw in the end. Hayworth with the throw. Sends it back, Threlfo across to Karapetis. Karapetis now, Threlfo again. Duggan trying to get in a position to take the pass, but has to go back to Dundas. Karapetis. Caught in defence at the moment, the Jets. They can't find a way to get to the attacking end. Beautifully threaded for Allen from Threlfo. Allen for Hammond, does well to control it for the time being. Comes away again. Good defensive effort there. McMahon now turns defence into attack. McMahon again. Continues on. Created half a chance for herself. Karapetis with too much pace races across to break it up. She'll see it across the line for a throw-in with no other option. Into the final 4 here at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility. And the Northern Tigers lead 4-1. All but a short of 3 points here. As Farakure sends it in. Now Grass. Gomez thinks about winding up for a shot. Grass drops it back wide. Keach will retreat just over halfway. Lays it off for Crisula. Gomez almost befuddles herself. Knight turns it over. Back to Crisula. The Tigers turning the screws. A heavy collision, a bit of a head clash in the end. No foul, just an unfortunate clash from Hayworth and McMahon. This will undoubtedly extend the game a little, but not so much as to give the Jets and their fans any optimism. Certainly looked an unintentional clash. McMahon throwing herself for the ball, colliding with the head of Hayworth. Nothing too serious as physio out to treat the Tigers captain in McMahon. So we head into the final 2 minutes of regulation time, and then we'll just be at the discretion of the referee post that. A couple of stoppages as well as 2 goals in this second half so far. As the wind continues to gust through Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility along with a misting of rain. Wonderful winter sports conditions here at the synthetic surface in Spears Point. Good news, McMahon sitting back up now. Hopefully we'll see her back on her feet momentarily. There's a few checks from the physio. No impingement of movement on her neck. Good sign so far. The Tigers huddled on halfway, discussing closing out the game. Izzy Gomez will trot back over to rejoin them after heading to the bench to get some final instructions. Looks like the Jets are going to bring a raft of changes in the dying moments here. Hayworth, Threlfo and Hammond off. Elder, Collins, and what we'll assume is Jones coming on. Cartwright also on for the Tigers late in this one. Now they go all the way back to Bean Smith. Jones advances down towards her. As does Collins. Tigers looking to conjure a fifth. They scored 5 in round 5 against the emerging Jets. Could they make it another 5 in round 18 to close this out and ice the victory? Knipe has different ideas. She's going to go on the advance. The shot lacks power though, and Bean Smith steps across to pick it up as the regulation time expires. We're now at the mercy and discretion of today's referee. The officials have done a wonderful job today. Been some challenging decisions in the second half. They've stayed on top of those as the emerging Jets earn a free kick here. Knight plays it through, looking for Josie Allen. Referee just settling this back down, saying the play was too close to the free kick and the Jets were impeded. And we're going to see just trying to work out who's been given the yellow card here. Looks like it might be Gomez, and that might be... No, it was against Josie Allen, and we're going to come all the way back. Very confusing there. The referee taking his time to get things under control. So the yellow card going against Josie Allen. I thought it was going to be Gomez for a moment, and she already had one. Would have been the most surprising of red cards if that had been the case. Now Allen will look to make amends. Gets it off for Collins, who can't control it. Grass, the former emerging Jet, takes it away. Now the Jets. The ball falls dangerously into the attacking zone for them. They can't conjure anything though. Salvador. It's gone from attack to right back now. Cannot be long left here. Can the Jets just nab a second to add some more respectability to the scoreline? Collins wide, looking for Wallando. Gets inside of Keach. Drops it back now, Dundas. She already has one. Could she grab a second? Takes a long-range shot, deflected. Sits down dangerously. Referee looking at the assistant referee for an offside flag, but we play on. Josie Allen trying to conjure something. Draws another defender. Gets to the outside of Wilson. Spills into the box. Knight pushes it to the left. Asks for a penalty, but the referee points for a goal kick. And you feel this might be the last passage of play coming now. The Northern Tigers leading 4-1, deep in stoppage time here at Lake Macquarie. Depending on other results, the Tigers could climb as high as second at the end of the round. One thing they know is they'll certainly be well ensconced in the top 6. This one goes wide. The referee says we'll continue on. The throw going the way of the emerging Jets. Wallando looks to go long. Jones on the ball now. Dundas. Elder. Salvador back for Elder. Across for Karapetis. Wide now for Molly Salvador. Knight plays it down, looking for Salvador for the 1-2, but it'll be a throw in the way of the Tigers. The referee takes another glance at his watch. Not long left here on a crisp night at Lake Macquarie. The whistle goes in the mouth, and that will be full time here at Spears Point in round 18. And the Northern Tigers head away deserved winners, 4-1. Certainly in terms of the action, the scoreline may have flattered the visitors, but either way, they walk away deserving winners with 3 points that keeps their finals hopes well and truly alive. The emerging Jets will take some positives from it, but we're disappointed they didn't convert all of their chances. For the Tigers in the first minute, it was Nikola Dominikovic who scored the opener after a mistake from Lily Rose Dunbar. A double to Josie Wilson. The fourth goal going the way of substitute Shay Evans, while for the emerging Jets, a scrappy goal from the set piece going the way of Emma Dundas was their sole score. And the visitors run out winners 4-1 here at Spears Point in round 18 on Football New South Wales YouTube. Women's NPL action. Chris McPherson signing out and wishing you a very good evening.